So India thumps Australia by 9 wickets, and Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli thump the retirement talk right into the Sydney Sea. Whether it is the Bondi beach or the beach in the city is for people to decide, but that's done and dusted. If you're an Indian cricket fan, tonight is your night to say, I was there at the Sydney cricket ground. Draped in blue, Sydney witnessed history tonight with Virat Kohli with a 50 and Rohit Sharma with an unbeaten 100, putting all debate to rest. Joining me, Shobhit Chakraborty, Bharat Ramraj, Gargi Raut, each one has a smile on his face because every cricket devotee tonight is pleased for what happened with these two. Shobhit, I'll start with you. Quick comments from all of you first before we delve deep. First thoughts, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, cricket gods couldn't deserve them tonight.
Yeah, our title, Class Never Dies, number one. And the message is loud and clear. Drop us if you can. Ajit Agarkar sort of between the lines said, perform or perish. And here we are. Rohit Sharma is returning from this wide ODI series as India's highest run getter, 73. And then an unbeaten 100. Virat Kohli, okay, back-to-back ducks. And the way he came back at Sydney. Never write the great players off ever. That is the moral of the story. Simple. And I'm very, very happy for both of them. And I would come back to this during the show. But I told you also before the start of the series, Kohli, I don't know because he was training in England. But Rohit, I saw his hard work firsthand. I backed him to score in this series. I mean, I'm very, very happy. And kudos to Abhishek Nair.
2027 is still 2 years away. Not jumping the gun. Absolutely not jumping the gun. But staying true till tonight. About tonight, both of these players, I mean, we backed them continuously. I got hammered every day. Even this morning when I did that column on Virat. But this was quite a statement, and it came from inside from both of them. Not their best hundreds or fifties, but clearly will mean the world to both Rohit and Virat. Gargirao.
100%. I think this will be Rohit's last half century. This century, Virat Kohli's 70 odd runs. I think these must be very, very relieving scores. I think they both must be feeling like there's a huge weight that's been off of their chest. But people in real life also came up to me and said, why are you still backing Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma? Is it not time for younger players to come in? And every single time, I would be stumped because if you really look at it, on what basis would you drop Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli? What was their last ODI performances? It's the Champions Trophy. Both did incredibly well. Virat Kohli was one of the highest run scorers. Rohit Sharma was the man of the match in the last game, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
76 and man of the match. Correct, in the final. Yeah.
Man of the match. On what basis, as the management, if you were to drop Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, what would you say? That you haven't performed up to expectations or something like that? So you had no basis there, first of all, to drop these two legends. The other part is coming back to the first game, Virat Kohli, for Virat the first two and for Rohit the first one. They hadn't played for a long, long time, 6 months of break from international cricket. It was given that they would be a little bit rusty. There is nothing like game time. You can't replicate it in the nets. You can't replicate it in any practice session, be it a match simulation or a practice match either. But at one, like the title suggests, that class never dies. We are not jumping the gun and saying that they're going to continue performing like this till the end of 2027 and they're going to for sure going to play the World Cup. But this is a huge step forward because once these two start to get going, it's difficult to stop them. Even in the mid innings, we had this conversation. Shomik said, if he is able to get past those, Virat Kohli is able to get past those 10-15 runs, deliveries, then he can do it. If he's able to get to 20-30 runs, it's not a big deal for Virat Kohli to go ahead and convert it. That also translates into, if Rohit and Virat get 1 or 2 good innings, they're back into the rhythm. They can continue on playing like this for as long as they think that it's right.
Just I'm interrupting.
Yeah, quickly before I go to Bharat.
Yeah. Virat and Rohit are giving a joint interview on Telly. Gargi, if you please can have an eye on that also.
Bharat, two things. One, now people will actually also question first two games toss. Had India batted second, this series could have been won. Look at what happened today. Conditions much better to bat on. These two made merry. And this makes the question two games under their belt. Yes, Virat's case did not have too many balls, but Rohit, after that patchy innings of 73, when he did the hard yards, looked ugly, look how fluent he was. That's what it is. Going forward, give yourselves game time, play Vijay Hazare, play whatever you want. You have the game. Just be in the game, and the game will give you back. Bharat Ramraj.
Yeah, first of all, what I have to say, compared to last season, Rohit Sharma, I think, is in a better space. Even in terms of his technique, he looks in a far better space, and I think that is helping him. That is definitely, and it basically exemplifies the point that he has worked very hard on his game, not just on his fitness. I think that is how he's reaping the rewards. If you look at how he played, even in the second match when the ball was nipping around, he was definitely transferring his weight much quicker. That is basically he was activating his back foot much quicker, and that is why I think he was able to get through or wade through that particular spell from Hazelwood. Yes, he was beaten quite a few times, but when the ball is nipping around so much consistently, then you need some luck. Yeah, then he needs some luck, and he got a little bit of luck, and he converted it into 50. And today, great to see him scoring 100. As Kohli as well got a 50, and that should help his confidence after not doing well in the first two matches. As far as movement is concerned, this is something that is. What can I say? Interesting. Australia, I think, have gone retro, or they have gone back to bygone era. When I was watching cricket on ESPN, Star Sports, somewhere in the 90s, mid 90s, in the first 10, 15 overs, it used to nip around quite a bit with guys like Mark Tiller or Mark was struggling to get through that phase. So Australia have kind of gone retro. So in that sense, yes, toss played a part in the first two matches, but I also feel that in Sydney the ball moved around less, even in the first innings. For some reason Australia only scored 236.
Bharat,
They
I'll
should.
hold you there. Just listen to this. Gargi, give the audio. This is not Mumbai. This is not Kolkata. This is not Bangalore. This is not Nagpur. Look at this.
कैसा था पाजी? कैसा था? बढ़िया था, बहुत मजा आया। क्या था आज का बेस्ट मोमेंट क्या था? बेस्ट मोमेंट है इंडिया प्लेड वेल। इंडिया कोहली
This is what sport is, Bharat. This is what sport is. Forget anything else. Look at these raw emotions of people. A format which has lost consequence to a degree. This is Sydney, damn it. This is night Sydney. It's 8:30 p.m. in Sydney or 8 o'clock in Sydney. And this part, you will not get a single taxi. You will not get any transport at night. And look at these fellows. They have no concern whatsoever. The party is just starting. This is weekend. From here, you will at least have to walk right across that park for about 30 minutes to get anything. No one's bothered. This is what the joy is all about, Bharat Ramraj. This is what sport is. How important is this for cricket? How important is this for Indian cricket, Bharat? I'll start with you and then quick comments, please. Keep it short. I need to ask all of you quickly and get as much in.
Yeah, it tells something about the star power as well. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli have that capacity to draw crowds, and fans have thronged the stadium, Indian fans, and that is great to see. Yes, it's about raw emotions, seeing all of them dance. I can understand at this point of time in Sydney, there needn't be much of transport for them to go back to home, but they're still there doing Bhangra and beating the drums. Yes, it's from Indian cricket's point of view, from ODI cricket's point of view. This is great to see.
Shomik, same question. What does this mean for cricket? Yes, Gargi, quickly. Yeah.
I have figured out what Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma said in that joint interview. So Virat Kohli first said, and he talked about, where did it go? Okay, Virat Kohli said, fortunately, the ducks have gone off the pond. Uh, you score a lot of runs in international cricket, but then the game shows you everything. Even at almost 37 in not many days, it can feel like not knowing how to get runs. This game is amazing. We love batting, we love batsmanship. It is so challenging when things are not going your way. Rohit is already batting there. So it becomes easy for you to go in the middle and rotate strike very early on. We understood the game very well. Always enjoyed batting together. On the other hand, Rohit Sharma said, I have always loved coming to Australia. I have the memories of 2008. Looks like it. We enjoyed our cricket. No matter what we have achieved so far, whenever you get the opportunity to play, we start fresh. This is what we did in Perth. You have to forget what you have done for the past 15, 17 years. And that is how I personally look at it.
So both clearly still not losing perspective. Shomik Chakraborty, as you watch these visuals, let me take you back to January. Rohit Sharma dropping himself, dropped whatever you want to call it, ignominious exit from Test match cricket. Virat Kohli captaining the Indian side to get hammered by Australia. Fast forward 8 months. This is what you see the sport gives you back. If you are a true devotee of that sport and has worshipped that sport for 20 years, this is what you get back in return. A billion people celebrating with you tonight. This is what the sport that we love. Shomik.
Absolutely. And see, as you said,
Shomik, slightly louder.
Okay, am I clear? Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay. You said you said this in the morning show. This game, especially this game, maybe Virat and Rohit's last game down under, is more about romance. I mean, going beyond the technicalities, the technique, and all these things, it is pure passion. You know what it meant for cricket? You asked me what does it mean for cricket? As they were walking after winning the game, as they're walking off, trudging off the field, Robi Shastri approached them, gave them a hug. Adam Gilchrist approached them, gave them a hug. David Warner approached them, gave them a hug. And these are hard-nosed professionals, former cricketers of massive, huge repute, and they are shedding their professional hat and just acting like a cricket lover. This is what it is meant. And this quality of batsmanship, see, personally, I'm a huge fan of Shubman Gill as a batsman. I'm a big fan, but I know that when Rohit and Virat will call it a day, you will never, I doubt that you'll ever get this kind of batsmanship again. The legacy that we had throughout the years, Gavaskar, Sachin, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, this kind of batsmanship. The way the game has changed, the perspective and focus has changed. This kind of batsmanship, maybe going ahead, will not get them again. So enjoy it as long while it lasts. And that is why these fans are so emotional. And it is like their day is made. Their day, they will cherish this memory.
Gary, if you could change the visuals and the same question for you, what does this mean for you as a cricket journalist and as a cricket fan? I mean, the sport is richer. These two people have been contributing to the sport. Like they said, they've not lost perspective. They're not going overboard. They know that this is not a defining statement for 27. They are very rooted, but they proved to themselves more than anybody else that they belong. They still belong there. They are still devotees of that cricketing temple. What does this mean to you as a cricket journalist and as a cricket fan?
I think this also resonates to all of us, and why I think people are celebrating the way that they are is because it's a story of hope. It's a reminder that even when you think everything is lost, even when you think maybe you're at the end of whatever you're doing, even if you have a little bit of determination in your heart, or that little willingness, things can go your way. If a Virat Kohli, who's been at the top of the top, who's one of the greatest cricketers that India, the country, has ever produced in its history of the sport, can say that even at 37 years old, you never know what's going to happen next, then I think that's a huge lesson that is out there for all of us. I think this comeback from both Rohit and Virat Kohli teaches us a lot of things. As a sports journalist, as someone who's played the sport, these are the stories that you write about, these are the stories that you cherish. And when you look back, maybe after some time, and if Virat and Rohit continue performing this way and eventually continue to play in the 2027 World Cup, you are going to look back on this moment as one of the most defining moments at the end of their career. So again, it's a story of hope, and people celebrating out there like you won the series, not in India, not Kolkata, not Delhi, not Mumbai, in Sydney. I think it's a huge testament of how connected people are to cricket, and it's all about that human story and hope and faith and determination, and what cricket teaches all of us.
Bharat, coming to pure batsmanship, I mean, if you actually see both, it was from Rohit's standpoint, it was an innings of real quality compared to the last game where obviously the nip was much more difficult conditions. I take all that. But in terms of just confidence, today he was confident from ball one to ball go against an Adam Zampa. The moment Kohli came, Australia got Adam Zampa. Did not get beaten. At no point was there any impact. The sweep came out. The inside out over extra came out. All of those shots came out. From a pure batting standpoint, Bharat, I thought both were innings of quality. Thoughts?
Yeah, see, second game, yes, he struggled against Hazelwood, but if you score 74 runs, then it would definitely help your confidence. It will boost your confidence. You have some runs under your belt. I think somewhere it helped as well. So today, from ball one, he looked like a different batter. Yes, there was a little less movement, but he looked like a different batter. The kind of lofts he played, looking at his footwork, looking at his weight transfer, everything seemed to be in sync. The sad thing is, perhaps it came a season too late. If he had played this way, who knows? He might have scored runs even in the test matches last year because he looked so good today. So that is Rohit Sharma. Yes, Kohli as well. Maybe uh, having Rohit Sharma at the other end, when he started out his innings, it helped because there was someone who was looking in good touch. The scorecard was ticking. That helped the other batter who would just come to the crease, come out of the crease, and then after that, I think the first stroke that it seemed like that would give Kohli confidence was a straight drive that he played. I guess it was of Mitchell Stark. He got his weight transfer right. If there was something that was going against him in the couple of ODIs, in the first ODI especially, he was not getting on the front foot or back foot, was not loading up as much. So that was great to see. After that, he played Zampa reasonably well. Yes, once or twice he was beaten, but he played him reasonably well. And credit to him for scoring a 50. More importantly, it would boost his confidence and it would give him motivation to keep going and hopefully, fingers crossed, playing the 2027 World Cup.
Shomik, before I go to Gargi, does this now conclusively tell you Vijay Hazare loading, some domestic cricket loading, these two guys, because clearly South Africa and New Zealand, 6 games, but you need a little bit more evidence that the first 2 games allowed today to happen. You need more game time, whoever you are. If you want to play on, these two clearly want to domestic cricket and you will be ready for the international grind again. Shomik.
Absolutely, I think so. I think so. Now, I mean, South Africa ODIs are coming on the heels of this series almost sort of.
Shomik, তুমি মাইকটা একটু তুলে নাও, মাইকটা হাতে তুলে নাও।
Okay. By late November, the South Africa ODIs would start. So, in between, I don't see them play. There are no domestic matches lined up. But after that, I think they will play domestic cricket. I think they will play domestic cricket. But the way there is a sort of conundrum in the sense the way they have batted in this game, and Rohit Sharma has returned as the highest run getter. And if they continue, if Rohit especially continues with that in South Africa series, suppose in the 3 matches he is once again India's top scorer. In that case, if it is his personal choice and if he decides to skip the Vijay Hazare Trophy, can Ajit Agarkar or Gautam Gambhir force him or for him or Virat Kohli to play. I think they will decide things on their own terms. They are too big. They will decide things on their own terms. But if they want to continue, and it is obviously their call, they should play domestic cricket. When Ajit Agarkar said they should play domestic cricket, I think there is no harm meant. Game time always helps, but then they are too big. When they know what is their best preparation, it is not that a youngster or someone in the middle of his career. Rohit and Virat know what is the best preparations for them. If they think that they need game time, they will turn up. If they think they know, we away from game time, they can manage. They will do that. We should leave it to them.
But Gargi, I kind of disagree with Shomik here. The centrally contracted cricket has a rule in place. Follow that, because playing domestic cricket or some kind of cricket, yes, I understand the security and all of that stuff. But today, because of the second game in Adelaide, Rohit was able to do what he did. If they do play domestic cricket, and not necessarily India, if you can work something out, you go play England. I don't mind, but play some kind of cricket so that you are in sync, because whoever you are, you will need game time. And tonight is proof that you've got the game, you've still got the game, and you can deliver. So I would absolutely want these two to play against South Africa, play whatever domestic cricket or any form of cricket that they can, to be in sync with the sport that they love so much. Gargi.
I
By the
completely
way, your
agree.
visual internet is still choppy again for whatever reason. It was clear, but it's turned choppy.
Okay, I'll just remove it for a little bit till I answer.
Your internet is again choppy.
Okay, Bharat, why don't you answer and I'll come back.
Yes, because you are doing some Rohit Virat trick there as well. Okay, you come back. Dikshita, Diwali came a little late. I know you're a regular viewer. That's why I told you yesterday, Dikshita, never be bitter. No need of being bitter. Diwali came a little late. 50 hundreds, white ball captaincy legacy, 82 hundreds, red ball captaincy legacy, top 5 of India by fan following to, of course, top 5. Yes, Gargi, take that answer. Diwali came a little late, the number of hundreds, etc., etc. This is a pure cricket fan talking.
Top 5? What is it? Diwali came.
Basically, she said top 5 in terms of fan following. What top 5?
Okay.
Tendulkar and Dhoni. I don't think anybody else ranks even close in the top 4.
No, not at all. Not at all. But I am, scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through Twitter, and everyone's going absolutely crazy over the fact that, Rohit Sharma has been able to hit a half century and then a century in this match. Plus Virat Kohli coming back. I think a lot of people were just waiting for this to happen, and the fans are very emotional about all of this. Again, it's give justice to KL Rahul. Okay, we'll get to that. But again, it just comes down to Bharat. There's an echo. Yeah. All right. Again, it comes down to that story of hope. I think because these fans, they have grown up watching Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli play together, this brotherhood that they have with each other. And they just wanted it one last time. They want to see it. And it makes it especially sweet that this was the last time, or rather, potentially the last time that we're going to see these two on Australian soil. And this was the performance that everyone got to enjoy. So it's a little cherry on top of the cake.
Yes, Dikshita, I get your point. All I'm saying is don't be bitter about anything. As a true cricket fan, always take it in spirit. If there are people who are critical, you get angry. Everybody, all of us get angry. Just stay in spirit, because the sport is bigger than anything. And as a true fan, that's what I was telling you yesterday. All of us want these guys to deliver, because ultimately it's about joy. Bharat Ramraj, Rohit Sharma, in his comeback series, after looking out of sorts in that first match, not good at all, rusty, yes, becomes the highest scorer for India, scoring 200 runs in 3 games. 200 runs in 3 ODIs, Bharat Ramraj. Take that. Your thoughts?
Yeah, that is definitely, as I noted, it encapsulates his hard work. He is reaping the rewards for his hard work, because last season, even in terms of his fitness, even in terms of his technique, even in terms of his confidence, he looked lost. But that's not the case now. It seems like he's motivated to play the 2027 World Cup and hopefully hoist the trophy or lift the trophy along with his teammates. One has to remember that he's not yet won the 50-over World Cup. Unfortunately, was left out of that 2011 squad. So, from his point of view, from his perspective, great to see. Yes, even in the first game, actually, it didn't look so bad. I honestly got a great delivery from Joe Hazelwood. That would have got even the best batter going around, whoever it is in history of cricket. I'm pleased for him that Rohit Sharma is back to form. Hopefully, he will play a few Vijay Hazare Trophy games. He will get some games under his belt and continue with this rich vein of form.
Last 5 minutes on this particular show. Gautam Gambhir is coming for the press conference. We will report back to you with every detail and be back at 5 o'clock with all details, and Shubhan and Rohit Juglan also joining us from the Sydney Cricket Ground. But closing comments, I'm not going into the game now. So yes, Harshit Rana, all of those questions will come up at 5 p.m. and we will talk about it. We will talk about it at length. Gargi, other visuals have also come in. Ask Neil to give us a detailed loop. We will play loads of visuals, plus get our people from Sydney. Shomik, your thoughts, closing comments, last 5 minutes on this show.
No, rather than having my closing comments, I have a question for you. Do you see any future for 50-over cricket, ODI cricket, Virat, beyond Rohit and Virat? Because who piggyback this dying format?
That's a very valid question. Having said that, the point is, Shomik, if these two continue till the summer, which is England, and if this is what you and I are seeing in front of us, one can bet your bottom dollar they are not giving up in 6 games in January, right? If that is not the case, and if these two are there for the white ball series in England, which is July 21st to the 19th of July 2026, then you are talking about sellout crowds from now in all English venues, whatever the number of games are. And by that time, you are actually talking about 20th of July, 19th July Lords is the last game, because I was making bookings yesterday. So that's why I know the itinerary fairly well now. So 19th July means you are 1 year, 2 months away from the World Cup. Suppose these two are around then. Imagine what will happen to this World Cup in 27, starting next July itself. I don't think any World Cup will be as big as this one. It will just go through the roof, because these two fellows, everybody will know that that's the last. Win, lose, that's the last. Everybody will know that you can consume them for one last time. Now, wherever they play, whether it is in India, in Cuttack or Calcutta or Nagpur or wherever, or in England at Lords or Oval, every game is a last dance. Every game is that last roar. You will follow these two around. So the sociological answer to this is, these two fellows have now given this 50-over format a new lease of life, as long as they are around. And that format will piggyback on that. So 2 years later, what will happen, I don't know. But at least for the next 1 year, and I can now say that these two chaps will be around or should be around. I think this format is good enough. Will survive. That's my answer. Quick comments, Gargi and Bharat. Gargi, you go first.
Yes, again, there are some questions. I think we should take that later in 5 at 5 about.
We'll take all questions at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Just answer your thoughts on this, and then we will close out the show and then come back for a 45-minute proper show at 5 p.m.
Absolutely. I think and we've said this multiple times, the game is better with Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli in it, especially the ODI format. At this point, I look at ODI format as something that is diminishing between the drama of Test cricket and the bite-sized entertainment of T20 cricket and IPL and other franchise leagues. At this point, ODIs, the format needs Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Why else would you see, scenes like this outside of a Sydney cricket ground if it wasn't for a comeback of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli? It is the kind of effect that they have, the kind of brand power that these two names have at this moment is unmatched. And if they are able to continue till the 2027 World Cup, it's going to be a blockbuster. It's in South Africa. People will travel, people will throng the stadiums, and ODI cricket will be better with these two in it.
Bharat Ramraj, closing comments. We will be back at 5 p.m. Final 1 minute to you.
It goes back to the same point that any sport needs its stars. Yes, I understand that you're trying to build a team culture and all that, but you still need the stars. And Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli can draw crowds. And from ODI's perspective, yes, it is great to see these kind of crowds. Having grown up watching a lot of ODI cricket on a diet of ODI cricket in the 90s and 2000s, it seemed as if, especially in the last 2 years, it seemed as if ODI cricket is dying. It's still, I think, on a slow curve. There will be 50-over World Cup held. Who knows what will happen? But for the time being, at least, it's great to see these kind of crowds. And if these two will go on to play in the 2027 World Cup, with them, everyone knowing that that will be the last tournament for Rohit Sharma and Kohli, you will definitely see sizable crowds, and that is what keeps any sport going. So yes, from a cricketing point of view, it is nice to see this kind of crowds and Rohit Sharma and Kohli getting runs at the right time, at the right juncture.
I'll end this show on this note. If today these two had failed, the sport would have failed. There would be a lot of negativity around. Retirement talk would gather pace. The series would go down. All of the trolls would have merry. Everything would go out of control. The fact of the matter is, Bharat was right when he says, I have always argued this. There is no sport, there is no hyper-commercialized sport without stars. Now imagine this. These two guys will be back in India tomorrow. They will once again be playing against South Africa end of November. If you sell tickets tomorrow, what will happen? Every game these two play, whichever part of the world they play in, will be a sellout. That's what the said Vijay Hazare, I don't care. Whatever game they play, whichever part, domestic cricket, international cricket, it will be a sellout. From now only South Africa tour, New Zealand tour, England tour in summer. Imagine England summer with Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma playing at Lords for one final time. This was Sydney cricket ground. 19th July, Lords with these two guys stepping out for one final time. It's romance, boss. It's romance. Let's end the show there. Sport is not cruel. Cricket gods wanted its two devotees to have their moment under the lights, and they had it. And each of these Indian fans will now go to that opera place and have their drink and have their champagne. It's for them tonight. It's for them. We are back in 44 minutes at 5 o'clock with plenty more. Shubha and Gargi, Shomik, Bharat, myself, Rohit Juglan, all of us will be back with loads of visuals, and we will also tell you about the Gautam Gambhir press conference. Thank you very much for quickly joining us.